Hi guys, today I would like to show you how to make a sleeve pattern. Thank you very much for tuning into the channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell and subscribe to the channel. So let's get started in drafting this sleeve pattern. So what you will need is a basic block, and in this basic block the measurement that you're going to need are 3 measurements, and the first measurement is around your armhole, but make sure that you do not count the seam allowance. So I am going to fold it so that we are not going to count the seam allowance. It's going to be sewn, the shoulders are going to be sewn. So now you're going to start counting, measuring from there with the measuring tape. And as I'm moving my measuring tape around the armhole, my measuring tape says it's 10.5. So I am going to mark that 10.5 down, and I am going to keep it later to use it to draft my sleeve pattern. So now, putting the pattern aside, we are first going to, as you can see, the borders there, that is just for me to place the measurement on the border. So what you're going to do first is to calculate your cup sleeve. So my chest or my bust is 39 divided by 12, which will give me 3.2. So we're going to use that measurement to actually draft the cap's height. The purpose of the cap's height is actually to help the sleeve sit very well around your shoulder. So this is the measurement that I am placing on the paper right now. Now we're going to mark a straight line on that measurement, and now we are going to use the measurement of the 10.5 and place it right there on that line that I am showing you right now. So as you can see, this 10.5, I have to look for it on the measuring tape, and as you can see how I'm placing the measuring tape to a point where the 10.5 hits on that line. There you go, and I'm going to mark that point there. Then once I am done marking that point, I am going to join that point to the corner there with a straight line. And once I am done, I am going to find the midpoint of that line that I've just created, which I am going to fold my measuring tape and mark that point line. And from that point line, from each side, I'm going to calculate 0.2 going up, and on the other side, in the other half, I'm going to calculate 0.3, and I am going to join it with a nice curve, and this is going to be the head of the sleeve, and going down, joining it under that marking that I made also, and that is your head of the sleeve. So now we are going to go down to our sleeve length. So I will measure my wrist. So okay, we're gonna do the sleeve length first. My sleeve length is actually 22, but because my paper was very small, supposedly your sleeve length is going to be 18. So in this case, my sleeve length will be around 18. Is it 8? It's gonna be like 18 inches. So when it's 18 inches, I'm going to add ½ inch, so I am going to mark in that point of the ½ inch, and I am going to make a straight line going there. So now what we're going to do is measure your wrist right wherever the 18-inch meets, and you're going to measure around, and as you can see that it has a little bit of space for my hand to actually go through. So the measurement there that I found was 4 inches, and I'm going to place it right on the 18.5 where it ends, and I'm going to mark a straight line, and I'm going to also add ½ inch seam allowance there. Well, in this one I guess I didn't add it, but I'm going to connect that point of the wrist to the armhole head with a curve ruler facing inward. If you don't have a curve ruler, you can also do with a straight ruler. So now you can also do it with a free hand. As you can see that I was showing you with the free hand and somehow the two lines appeared, but there is no need for two lines, just one line there. So this is how to make the easiest basic pattern. Now I am going to cut out the sleeve, and as you can see that the sleeve there, it's the front side, so I'm going to label F, and the straight line on top there from the corner all the way to that point is actually the back, because the back actually is wider, so it needs more coverage. So I'm going to cut out my pattern right now, and when I do cut out my pattern, I am going to start from the back part cutting, because I've drafted both the back and the front side of the sleeve. So I'm cutting around it, and I'm gonna make sure that I reach there to the point, as you can see. So now I'm going to remove this paper, and I'm gonna mark pattern, sleeve pattern. It's good to do reference sometimes. So now what I'm going to do is, as you can see, the tiny piece that is there, which represents the back part of the sleeve, I'm going to cut it out, and not out completely, but just leave a tiny piece so that when I draft a pattern, I'll be able to put it back. So I'm just going to cut it out, and I'm just going to end right there. As you can see, that's the difference between the front and the back. So the front goes in, so you're going to trace it down in your pattern, and you will see the difference of your sleeve pattern. So that's it, guys. This is how you draft a sleeve pattern. It's very easy. I hope you like the channel. Please don't forget to press the notification bell for more tutorials. Bye.